I have a breaking news story that you are sure to hear first on this show. I discovered that Donald Trump, in a roundabout way, just boosted one of the shows that was directly linked to Russia only a few days back. Now, just to recap, the DOJ released an indictment a few days ago that alleged that a company named TENET Media and its founders, Lauren Chen and her husband, took $10 million from Russia and then distributed that money to content creators in America to boost a pro-Russia, anti-Ukraine, anti-democracy message, and it worked. I mean, I argue with Trump supporters at rallies all the time, and they say that we need to stop funding Ukraine, we need to put America first and be isolationist, and that is a direct result from people like Tim Pool, people like Benny Johnson, all of these creators that were caught up in this scheme. But the most disgusting part is that this is a top-down effort from Donald Trump to not only sow distrust in all of our institutions, but to help out Vladimir Putin in a soft way by just sowing the division that Vladimir Putin so desperately wants to see in America. How much of a win is it for Vladimir Putin that half the country thinks all of the elections are rigged, that our electoral process is bunk, and that our country should be a dictatorship anyway with Donald Trump? But we have a lot to cover and we don't have a lot of time. So all that I ask is that you hit that like button, it's below the video, and make sure that you're subscribed to the Adam Mockler channel. Before we break down this Russia story, I think it's important that we recap Donald Trump's absolutely maniacal dictatorial tweet that he released last night. Just to summarize, it reads, "Cease and desist. I, together with many attorneys and legal scholars, am watching the sanctity of the 2024 presidential election very closely." He then accuses Democrats of rampant cheating and skullduggery. Nothing appeals more to Gen Zers my age than the word skullduggery. I don't even know. And why does he capitalize words that shouldn't be capitalized? It's so weird. He then says, "When I win, those people that cheated will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, which will include long-term prison sentences so that this depravity of justice does not happen again." And the best part about this is the Supreme Court is basically saying that he can do this if he wants. And when I say the best part, I say that in jest, because Donald Trump is essentially speedrunning our country towards a dictatorship with the help of the Supreme Court, with the help of a lot of Republicans in Congress. Donald Trump says, "Please be aware, this legal exposure extends to lawyers, political operatives, donors, illegal voters, and corrupt election officials." I think that even MAGA supporters, Donald Trump's most staunch supporters, would look at this tweet and say, this is a political threat. This is absolutely a threat, and there is no other way to slice it. But this brings us to today, where Donald Trump is continuing his meltdown on Truth Social. Before we get to the Russia part, I just want to recap. He posted a video of Elton John talking about Rocket Man, the song. He stole Elton John's Rocket Man song and named Kim Jong-un. It's just dumb stuff. He retweeted a cease and desist note. He then said, "Comrade Kamala Harris, quote, is completely hiding from the press. She's not even taking short, quick questions at the plane. It's not normal to have a candidate running for president who is hiding from the press." He's quoting Fox and Friends, but if Donald Trump wants to talk about eroding the norms of a presidential candidate, this was the dude that wouldn't release his tax returns, that was flirting with Russia. Donald Trump's entry into politics was eroding every single norm, both the silent, unspoken norms and the actual laws that he has broken, that he is now being charged with breaking. So this is all just moot. But this brings us to the main meat of the video. Donald Trump posted a video that I actually covered a few days ago. Nick Sortor on Twitter said, "Now, Trump supporters are outside the Pittsburgh hotel where Kamala is doing debate prep chanting, 'Let's go Trump.'" And I actually responded to this the other day because Jack Posobiec said, "A Trump flash mob just appeared outside the Pittsburgh hotel." Let me play this.
Trump! Let's go Trump! Let's go Trump! Let's go Trump! Let's go Trump!
Okay, so I count 9 or 10 people there, if I'm being charitable, if I'm being generous, and he called it a Trump flash mob. So I said in response, only a Russian plant would call this a mob, but January 6th insurrectionists a peaceful group. But that's not even the connection that I'm trying to draw here. When Donald Trump posted this on Truth Social, the person that he posted this from, Nick Sortor, has direct links to Tim Pool and is on Tim Pool's show all the time. Not only that, but he completely aligns with with Tim Pool, their views are completely congruent, and Tim Pool has shaped many of his views. So if I zoom in as much as I can on this profile picture, if you look very closely, this is actually from the Timcast studio. Timcast is the dude, Tim Pool, who got caught with Russian ties. So this guy, whose entire claim to fame was being on Tim Pool's show, he likes to be on Tim Pool's show all the time, his Twitter profile picture is him on Tim Pool's show, continues to spread disinformation and BS on Twitter, and it's boosted by the President of the United States. As I say all the time, this is a top-down effort to sow distrust, to sow fear, and to help Russia out. Now, Donald Trump, I wouldn't say, is taking money from Russia. We don't have any direct evidence of that. We have tangential evidence that is very, very questionable, but I do think Donald Trump is playing soft with Vladimir Putin. He knows what he's doing. He's manipulating the media landscape to help boost the narratives that Vladimir Putin would like boosted, such as rigged elections, rigged courts, such as we should stop funding Ukraine and we should pull out of NATO, such as big strong men should have unilateral power to do whatever they want, and we know that Donald Trump is soft to Vladimir Putin. So we don't have to make up theories about Donald Trump taking millions of dollars, because we can just say that Donald Trump is helping Vladimir Putin either way. He is going absolutely insane. I also want to break down this video that says Trump mistakenly calls Elon Musk by a wrong name at rally, because the media relentlessly covered every single mistake that President Biden made, whether it was just a slip of the tongue, but they don't hold Donald Trump to the same standards, so that's what we do here. Former President Donald Trump, 78, and when I say he's 78, that means he's going to be 82, 83 maybe by the end of his term if he's reelected, so he would not be fit. 78 seemed to have a brain fade as he mistakenly referred to Elon Musk as Leon at a rally on Saturday. Quote, Boeing, I shouldn't say anything, there is a beautiful Boeing plane right there, Trump said incoherently in Wisconsin as he pointed to Air Force One, but a Boeing had a little hard time, so they're going to save Leon is going to send them a rocket. Let me just play them.
Boeing had a little, I shouldn't say there's a beautiful Boeing plane there, but Boeing had a little hard time, as you heard. So they're going to save, Leon's going to send up a rocket. He looks forward to it. That's all he thinks about is things like that.
Leon. And all we can pray for honestly, is that Donald Trump gets on the debate stage 2 days from now and he's having the same type of day that President Biden had a few months back. If we're going to be completely objective, that was a terrible night for President Biden. So terrible that it effectively ended his campaign a month later. But Donald Trump is going down that same path. I would even argue that Biden is sharper than Trump in his good moments, and Trump's baseline is more incoherent, as it has been for years. So, to bring it back, if Donald Trump can get on the debate stage, and if he can just lose his mind and say Elon Musk and stutter and skip syllables like he does all the time, I think we're going to be in a good position. And the scariest part is, Trump floated a plan to have Musk lead a government efficiency commission within his administration if he wins the 2024 election, and Elon Musk tweeted something to the effect of, I am ready to serve my country whenever, which is so ironic because, number one, Elon Musk wasn't born here, but that's besides the point. He moved here, and he is now an American, I can say that, but the way he acts is so antithetical to what America stands for. Elon Musk bought a social media platform with the sole intention of spreading disinformation, removing the fact checks on his own account so he could post AI pictures, AI videos of a presidential candidate 80 days before an election. About a month ago, he was posting videos of Kamala Harris. He still is posting videos of Kamala Harris, so it's all disgusting. And if you want to help boost this pro-democracy message, the truth, all that I ask is that you leave a like, comment a blue heart, subscribe. Have a great rest of your day, and peace out.